everybody, it's Anna. Welcome to the Wednesday card in this week's tarot story. So today we have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace is the seed card, the beginning point of the tarot journey, and swords are connected to the mind. So they're about ideas and strategies, learning stuff, right? So this card implies that our mind is starting a new journey of learning in which it is going to figure out which mindsets are old and need to be released and which mindsets it's going to adopt. This is a strategic shift for the mind. So what occurs to me is yesterday we had the Queen of Pentacles, and I talked about how it is easy for the mind to kind of jump ahead of us and have all these ideas and beliefs and especially ideas of what it thinks are important. And usually the mind has learned what's important because it's been told that from other people, right? It's been told like, no pain, no gain. Only things that really you have to fight for or suffer for are valuable. Like there's a lot of that kind of rhetoric that the mind absorbs, at least in the area of the world that I'm in. So the mind might believe that the only valuable things we can accomplish are those that are greatly struggling. And also they have to be splashy, or they have to kind of match some kind of vision for, impressiveness in the world. And as I said yesterday, the Queen of Pentacles is the energy that's about homeliness. In this present moment, I am holding someone's hand. In this present moment, I'm bringing someone flowers. Like that's the actual work of magic on the planet. And so we want the mind to understand this and to learn how to appreciate this instead of constantly trying to pull our focus into this other version of success. So I would say this is probably a very good learning for the mind. This may be the beginning of the mind releasing an old idea and starting something new. I also say, so it's interesting, I mentioned a book yesterday that talked about love being connected to the physical plane. Well, the L connected to the air plane with the air, the element of air, which is what swords are connected to, is listen. We want the mind to listen. We want the mind to learn, though, to listen not to everything around it, but actually to start listening to us, to our intuitive genius. We want the mind to shift its ear from listening to the world to listening to us. So that would definitely be a new journey for the mind to figure out what authority it is actually going to listen to. I would also say that one of the big challenges of the mind, especially with people like me and people I work with who are usually creative intuitives, is that we're asking the mind to walk in faith. The mind can't necessarily immediately document the value of holding someone's hand, right? So we're asking the mind to trust us. This is the path of magic. And if the mind will trust us and observe, at some point it will be able to connect some dots and go, oh, that connects to that, connects to that. There's the impact. The mind will eventually come on board and see what we're doing, but only in retrospect, right? It can't lead the way. It has to follow along and put on its listening ears to pick up the clues, not only of how the intuition is leading right now, but then how it works into the larger impact, the larger purpose of our life on the planet. So I think this is a really good card as an aspirational card for the mind. We are starting something new. The mind has to learn like the rest of us, right? The rest of our parts, right? But the mind's learning has to be kind of more deliberate because the mind has to agree to this learning. So consider what your mind might be holding on to, what expectations, suppositions, assumptions that the mind has, what is good, what is bad, those are all judgments the mind has created. And ask your mind to start getting a little more flexible. What if it can learn something else? What if it can learn something that actually, instead of being in conflict and creating some struggle, actually kind of folds itself in to the purpose of intuition? And how much more fun would that be for the mind to be part of the adventure, not in opposition to it? So that's our card for today. See you tomorrow for our next one. Bye.